What's up, family? Welcome back to my channel. If you want to join my family, wait, hold on. Alexa, off. I didn't even know she was off.
Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh.
We back.
I'm good.
Today, I'm going to be doing a story time mixed with a mukbang. That's how you're supposed to say it. Well, mukbang. And I have a special guest waiting and waiting. Steven, have you watched the Steven Universe, that cartoon?
I have not.
I'm gonna have to show you.
And Steven!
This is Steven. If you follow my vlog channel, then you already know who he is. So if you're not following my vlog channel, you kind of just out the loop.
What's going on, J-Team? I know that I know you guys are like her extended family, and for the most part, you guys are very protective, and you've heard stories about other guys and story times. I've heard them and more. So you know, I know y'all are like, you know, you better not do it wrong, etc., etc. And I won't.
That's right, y'all. Give a hand clap for that.
Yeah, I have nothing but the utmost respect for her, and you know, I adore her. So
We good.
yeah, hopefully you guys can learn to embrace me the same way you embrace her. I know you guys aren't gonna love me the way you love her. That's insane. But you know, just as long as you know that I got good intentions, and I don't want to do nothing but, you know.
He really giving y'all like the real family sit down.
I'm a spoiler. You know, I'm gonna treat her right. I'm gonna feed her. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do everything that every clown before me couldn't do. You know
Every clown, that's right.
Shots, bang bang. You know what I'm saying? So you know, just know that I got her. You know what I'm saying? She good now.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
so.
good. I'm in good hands. Well, I want to tell them what we
got.
We went to Core. Wait, what is
Core
it?
Life Eatery.
Core Life, yes. And I got the spicy chicken with cucumbers, pickled jalapenos, and carrots, and purple rice.
And parsley.
And parsley, yes.
And some sriracha sauce.
Yeah. Oh, and some bell peppers too.
Let me see.
What
I
you
got the spicy steak, purple rice, corn, black beans, and carrots, and cucumbers. I don't know if I said that. So my stuff is kind of high on the top.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be to go, and we didn't even say to go till the end, so
dumped it
they kind of just, I wanted to be extra and get some.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to be struggling. I wanted to eat normal. Like, I wasn't trying to have my food.
All right, this is our first time. Well, you've had this before, but this is my first time. I'm actually excited. Oh, by the way, y'all, this is a story time, so we're gonna get into it. But I mean, we hungry, so we gonna eat first.
You like it?
Mhm.
Let me taste some of this spicy steak. I want it like with.
I want to try it too. Oh, you gonna give me the first
I
bite?
might as well, yeah.
Oh, oh gosh, lipstick on it.
That's cool. Ain't no big deal. How was it? You know how it tastes before I know how it tastes. That's cool.
It's good. Now spicy.
Very spicy for sure.
Yeah. You want to try my chicken? I don't know. You may have to get.
Nah, you know what? I don't like sauce, but I'm
Yeah, I'm about to say you probably not gonna.
Let me just see. Let me just see. You know, let me be a little bit.
But this is supposed to be like a healthy place.
Okay. Shall we get started? We don't want to procrastinate too long.
Yeah, but they can wait. Y'all can wait a little bit, right? We're trying to eat a little bit. Well, what kind of drink did you get? Because I got the beet lemonade.
Ooh, actually, I want to taste yours.
It's really good.
I got cranberry lemonade. It looks almost identical, but hers is a smidge darker than mine.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a sip of yours?
Mm-hmm.
It tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
Not drink too much of yours.
Yeah, don't be drinking all mine now.
I guess from your initial face, I thought you were saying it was nasty.
No,
So,
I just was. It's very got like a sour taste to it, but I kind of like that.
that's that lemonade tang to it. It tastes identical to mine, just a little bit different.
Okay, we're gonna jump into this story time. How we met. That's the story we're gonna be doing. How we met, because I don't want to just throw someone in your face, especially someone that's not new to me. Like we've known each other for a good minute, so I didn't want to just throw someone on camera making y'all think that we didn't know each other like that when we've known each other for a minute. So I thought this story time was necessary just because, I don't know, it'll just give y'all good insight, and it might be inspirational to a lot of people out there, because I think we have a I don't know how you want to explain it. We have
An unbreakable bond or something like that.
we have a good story that I feel like, I don't know.
We have yeah, you said it. We have a good story. Like it's not like we just met each other and seen each other, you know what I'm saying, randomly at a store or whatever, and exchanged numbers and started.
Yeah, we didn't meet in the club.
Right.
We didn't even meet through mutual friends.
Nope. Freshman year was 8 years back.
8 years ago, freshman year, in math class. That's where we first met. I know that he was sitting in front of me.
We both sat in the back of the class, but she sat in the very, very back. She sat like right behind me in class.
I did. And yeah, I thought he was cute. And I know he was wearing like this polo shirt with this big old polo logo on it.
I love polo. I still do, but I got heavy on polo then for sure. She was the one who was very she was more talkative than me. I was very shy and quiet and to myself, and she definitely she kind of forced me to interact with her. That's, not gonna say forced, but like if she wouldn't have talked to me, I probably wouldn't have talked to her. You know what I'm saying?
You was just really shy.
Yeah, I was real shy. I was real quiet. I was real to myself. I was in a shell, and every day I would come to class, I could expect for her to say something about my outfit, my haircut, something, about my earrings. I used to wear big Jesus earrings.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, she would give me hell about my earrings. People aren't wearing those earrings no more. Like
they weren't. We were already like talking at that moment. Like we were already getting to know each other. We were already cool enough to where we was hanging out. So I remember he came to my dorm. We walked to my dorm room, and I know I was tired. I was on the bed. I did have a roommate, but she wasn't in there. This is sounding kind of like it's getting kind of.
They like, hold up, all right.
Hold up, wait, that. You on the bed?
He in the dorm. I was in the bed too, so that was still.
I don't know, what were we doing? We were just chilling?
We were just chilling. See, what happened was I had a night class. And,
yeah, you did.
So to avoid me going back off campus, I would often just go to her dorm and chill until my night class. Let's say I had like an hour and a half or 2 hour gap. And so that's what I was doing there.
True. I remember laying on the bed and I had my eyes closed. And Steven kissed me. I've never had a guy do that to me ever.
I think that's kind of what
that let me know that
I liked you. Yeah, for sure. Because we hadn't done anything at that point other than just talk. And she was just laying in bed with her eyes closed. So I
he took his opportunity. He was bold.
Yeah, I was nervous because I was like,
But you went for it.
I did.
And that's what separated you from everyone else, even at that moment.
Yeah.
So that was something that I always remembered about him. But he was bringing me food.
I was bringing her a lot of food.
Because he had a car.
A
lot of niggas out there didn't have cars, especially freshman year. He had a car.
Yeah, and even as freshmen, if you stayed on campus, you wasn't allowed to have a car. So the fact that I was a commuter student, I had no choice to have a car. For those who don't know what a commuter student is, it's like I go to school, but I don't stay on campus. I still stay with my parents. So, I was whining and dining her. bringing her anything she wanted, Bojangles, Wendy's.
Getting fat.
Bruh.
You helped me with that freshman 15 pounds. Cause he never told me no.
She ate good. PF Chang's, like it wasn't just like
Oh
fast
yeah,
food
we did. That was like
restaurants.
one of the first dates. We went to PF Chang's. We went to Hooters.
Hooters.
We went to IHOP.
IHOP.
Trying to stay on the timeline with y'all, you know. But around that time, so this is college, right? And around that time, because y'all probably like, okay, well, why are y'all just now? What happened? What happened 8 years ago? And why was it so dragged out? Because some of y'all already know that I was in a 4-year relationship. Like, and y'all know even through my story times that I was dealing with these, you know, other guys and stuff. So y'all kind of are probably wondering what happened, like between us that caused us not to be together then. So, I think it was sophomore year. We were talking about this today.
So, yeah.
Sophomore year, okay. I'm gonna just say that at the moment, like I was talking to a lot of guys. You know, a lot of guys like me. You know, I had a little bit of the juice, I guess. I guess that's what the streets were saying. I was still going on dates with other guys. I was still getting to know other guys. And that's what was going on, including him. And one day,
I wasn't going for
he
it.
wasn't going for it.
I would say it was definitely a timing thing. Like, just to like support what she said, like we were freshmen, we weren't in a relationship, and we did have an understanding that we could date other people. And the fact that she was in a relationship, like a long relationship, she was always in relationships in high school. When she was in college, like, you know, she was single for the first time. And she...
In a long time, yeah.
Yeah, and it was new to her, you know what I'm saying? So, she just was enjoying...
I was living this single life.
The single college life, you know what I'm saying?
Getting to know guys.
Right. And
multiple guys.
Multiple guys. I wasn't dating multiple girls. I say I was dating like, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 other girls.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
Ain't nobody.
I know for a fact that I wasn't dating as many other people as I was her. But it was a timing thing too, because like I said, I stayed off campus.
Yeah, I didn't hardly... What kind of disconnected us a little bit was that I lived on campus. So imagine a freshman living on campus. You got all your friends. You got all of the guys that like you. So you're kind of like getting to know them. And in the meantime, he's off campus.
And it wasn't like when I stayed off campus, I was working too. I was working part-time. So it's like I didn't visit. Once I was on campus for class, that was it. I left and I rarely came back. So like she was on campus, mingling with people and things like that. And I went to class, left, and then went to work. And like we would only see each other in class and not unless
and maybe like
on the weekend sometime or something like that. But
yeah,
it wasn't like we were seeing each other on a regular basis.
As much as I was seeing
other people. Right.
So that's what it was, and I did care about him even then, but I mean, I had a whole lot going on. I was getting to know so many people. I had so many friends, especially freshman year. I had so many friends for no reason. So that's what happened. So we kind of just disconnected a little bit, but there was still that one time where he wasn't going for it. So you gotta explain what you mean, because
okay, so basically, and we're both from the same hometown. Basically, I just got to a point because we was kind of doing whatever we was doing. We was just really stagnant. It wasn't bad. It was good, but it could have been better.
it's like we were cool, but
Right.
we weren't moving forward.
Right.
And yeah, he was like, "You talking to other guys?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I am talking to other guys." And he was like, "No."
I had to split just because I wasn't trying to be in a category with a bunch of other guys, like, you know, and I just didn't want to be like a profile up to a bunch of other guys.
That's right. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So for me, I'm like, yo, you do you, but It was just to the point because it was dragged on. Like, just imagine kind of on and off talking to somebody for a whole freshman year and then half of a sophomore year, and it's like, you know, it wasn't any growth. So I respectfully cut ties with her and went on about my business.
Yeah,
and
we talked about it. Now, the thing is, there wasn't any like bad blood between us. It wasn't a disrespectful type of thing. We talked about it. I was honest and truthful with him, and he just said, okay, well, you know, I'm not about to stick around because, you know, I'm not trying to. He wanted me off to himself.
Yeah.
So, and I wasn't giving him that attention because I was so busy just trying to get to know multiple guys and stuff. So, he dropped me like a hot tamale. I feel like because we had just honesty, even at that moment, because you could have just went off on me. He could have just went off on me like most guys out here do. But he didn't even do that. He kind of just was like, okay, well, I'm not sticking around. That's basically what it was.
2,000 years later.
We didn't talk for about, I'm gonna say,
A good minute.
a good 4 or 5 years.
Because I was in a
You
relationship.
got into a relationship, yeah.
Okay, so once after that happened between us, some jalapenos good. Them pickle jalapenos. You want to try one?
Sure.
Oh man, I might not have any. Okay, here.
Just use the fork.
Here.
Okay.
I want you. You gotta try it with. Okay, go ahead. I want to get your response or your reaction.
It's okay. I wouldn't get it.
The difference between you and other guys, though, you actually knew your worth. Like, he actually knew his worth. He actually knew his worth, so he kind of knew that he was too good to be that guy. Kind of just, come on, help me out here. Help me out.
Guy just casually dating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you know.
He was looking for something like serious, and clearly I had too much on my plate to really. I don't know. I was young. I don't know how else to say it.
She wasn't ready. The timing wasn't ready.
I
feel like timing is
I
just
wasn't ready.
an important thing when it came to you and me in general throughout life. So the timing wasn't right. She had always been locked down in a relationship, and she finally was out of one. And
So I was living life.
right. You know
Well,
what
I'm gonna say living life because your girl wasn't dotting and bopping out here, okay?
she wasn't. Trust me, she wasn't.
As y'all
you know. What I'm
know.
saying? So, yeah, we cut paths, and then like I guess a year later or so, she got in a relationship.
Yeah, I got into a relationship with my ex, and y'all know the stories. Like, y'all know this if you know the whole series and all of that, and clearly that was the wrong choice. Clearly it was the wrong choice, okay? While I was in that long 4-year relationship, yeah, we didn't talk at all. Maybe like a happy birthday. Like, I think I sent you happy birthday.
She sent me a happy birthday text.
Hey, big head.
She sent me a happy birthday text. I had a new phone. And, I was like, you know, who is this? Her response was, it doesn't matter. And I'm just like, what? And the fact that, like, for me, I was excited because I'm like, a random 336 number called on your birthday. You got everybody calling and texting you happy birthday. And everybody's number was saved, so I was curious to know who it was. And I went through my old phones and seen that it was her. And I responded like, oh yeah, I know who you are. And she didn't respond back. That's how I knew for sure, like, oh yeah, she's in a relationship. So
Yeah, I wasn't trying to, you know.
she wasn't trying to make it messy and stuff like that.
I was just like,
so.
you know, I just wanted to say happy birthday and stuff. But let me see. You were in a relationship too, though.
I was like,
I
throughout this,
had my relationship and he had his relationship.
yeah, throughout this 4 or 5 year period, like, she was in a relationship. I wasn't in a 4-year long relationship, but I mean, I was a single bachelor dating, and I had a relationship that lasted like a year long. And you know, we were just both living our separate lives.
Yeah.
It was never negative, like it was never animosity or you know, any resentment. If I ever seen her on social media, it was always like, you know, I'm glad she's doing good. And it was just a good vibe, you know what I'm saying? But it was love from a
Same
distance.
here.
That's all it was.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all about respect. You know, like we've never disrespected each other, and we were just very open and honest about how, yeah, we were just open and honest. That's why honesty will get you so much further. With me, if you lie, I'm probably not even gonna stay connected to you.
Let me ask you something right quick.
What?
Should I be looking at the little thing or the camera?
The camera.
Okay, see, I think for this half, okay, now I'm looking at the camera. Because I'm looking at myself.
It's okay, you gotta get used to it. But let's see here. Now after the, you know, I went through a lot of crap in my 4-year relationship, and I know I don't want. Yeah,
I went.
He was going
We
through-
both equally went through
We-
miscellaneous things.
he told me his relationship stories, and I told him mine, and they were kind of similar. Like, I guess we both have experienced being in relationships where you kind of like give someone 100 and then they give you like 50. Kind of just, that's like the problem that I've had a whole lot in a lot of relationships, is just doing so much for them, but them doing like less for me. And then the lying, deceiving.
I would say we're both just way above people that we dated.
I like that. Yup, you hear that? Way
Above a
above
lot of
people.
It's like we lowered our standards for other people, I would say. We lowered our standards.
Nah, it's true. Like, we're not even trying to be shady. We trying to. That's so real. That's so real. And we're just saying this because, well, y'all don't know the tea. You know, y'all don't know the deep, deep tea that caused us to really say that. So we're just gonna leave it at that.
2,000 years later.
After the long 4-year to 5-year, we did reconnect again. And this, I think, is when we went. Go ahead. Make sure to look at the camera this time.
She hit me up. Let's you know what I'm saying? You did hit me up.
Yeah, I was single at this
Now,
time.
she was single. This was after she and
Broke
her
up
ex
with my
had
ex.
broke up with her ex. But she didn't contact me on some, like, you know, dateful stuff. It was just more so on some how you been? I remember you responded to something I posted on social media, and we just started a conversation, and I just remember us DMing. She was in my DMs. We was DMing like for a long time. And eventually, you know, when you DMing, like, you're online, so, you know, you might have stuff to do or whatever, and you don't get back to each other right away. So we just ended up exchanging numbers because it was more
new
convenient.
numbers.
Yeah, new numbers.
I had the same number.
I had a new number.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was more convenient. And I asked her on a date. Then we went to a haunted house.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did a whole lot of those.
Yeah, we had paninis and
At the melt place. Yeah, I remember
we
that.
went to a haunted house, and that was like our first date. I mean,
Us reconnecting after the long break
Right.
from college. And let's see here. Now around that time, yeah, I was kind of a little fresh out of the toxic relationship that I was in.
You was.
And
Once again, a timing thing.
Timing.
Now, I wasn't fresh out of a relationship when we started, like, when we reconnected. I was single for about 2 years as far as, like, being in a relationship. And so I had dated other people and things like that, but, you know, it just wasn't serious. So timing was a big thing, because you got someone that's fresh out of a relationship, that's not looking for a relationship at all. You know, she's still, like, dealing with stuff with her
still
ex.
traumatized.
Yeah,
My bad.
flinging food all over the place. But she's dealing with, you know, like, you know, she had little court stuff and things like that.
Yeah, I
with her
had to
ex.
go to court,
She was
and I
dealing
was-
with a lot of drama.
I was still like traumatized, and I didn't even trust anyone after that. When you've been with someone for 4 years, and then they just turn into a whole different person, and then it's just, y'all know the story. If y'all know the story, then you kind of late to the party, but
Yeah.
been through too much. So I still wanted to have fun and go out on dates and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely was.
We wasn't on the same page.
Yeah.
And I mean, I respect that. Just even from looking back, it's like, you know, it's understandable how you felt like that. And for me, I guess at that time I wasn't understanding fully. For me, it was like, well, we're not on the same page, so, you know, it's no need to continuously drag out whatever we're doing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like we're not on the same page. And I didn't really know how soon she was going to be emotionally available. So, I mean, we still went out. We went on dates. We had fun. We always had fun. It was never a
we
dull
always
moment.
had fun. It was always fun.
Yeah.
But I wasn't ready to fully like commit to anyone, and that's when he felt that disconnect.
It was like deja vu, technically.
It
right?
was
It's
deja
like
vu.
deja
It
vu.
was just
So
my
it's the
freshman year.
same situation, but we're just older, and so
Yeah, so we went through the same pattern that we did before.
Yeah.
So even though I knew him and we always had fun and I was mingling and all this and that, I still mentally was, I was just like, man, nah, I need to take a break from being in a relationship. I can't be in a relationship right now. Like, and then on top of that, my ex was low-key like threatening to harm the guy that I was going to be with. Like, he was actually like, he was saying stuff that made me feel uncomfortable. I knew I wasn't going to be in a relationship until I officially got this whole court thing figured out. And it definitely was still going on around that time. Like, it didn't stop for a minute. But yeah, that's why. So we weren't on the same page. And once again, he dropped me like a hot tamale.
it sounds bad, but I wasn't willing to, like, you know, be freely going on dates and, you know, feeding her and, you know.
Feeding her.
I'm like, you know, you can't really fully
Y'all know I love
commit.
food.
Yeah. You
A
know,
free meal?
so, and going everywhere, you know. So we obviously going to be going on a lot of dates now, but, you know. I just wasn't like, I felt like that was a benefit of a girlfriend, and I wasn't trying to go
Yeah,
down
he
that
wasn't
road
trying to
again.
give me girlfriend benefits if I wasn't willing to commit at that moment.
So,
And on top of that, like I said, y'all, I had a whole lot going on. I was mingling.
You
As
did.
y'all know, like I was, if you know some of the story time, especially like the last one that I did, I don't even know, man, I got so many stories. But anyways, yeah, clearly I was still dating these guys that were a waste of time, hence the story times. So
and I mean, I don't want to.
he was going through
I'm
his
not gonna
stuff
say,
too,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
He was talking to some dusties too.
Yeah, like we were both dating people, so it wasn't like, you know, I understand. That's just how the dating game
But
goes.
between us, we actually communicated.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was always a respect thing with us. He gave me more respect than a lot of these other guys out here. Like, he was just really honest, and I was honest about what I was doing. Like, I'm telling you, honesty, that's just gonna get you further. That's just gonna get you further. And there was no disrespect. He didn't call me a bitch. He didn't call me rude. He didn't call me, I don't know, you just didn't.
Yeah, and vice
You
versa.
just didn't disrespect me, and I didn't disrespect him. Like, oh, nigga, you trifling. What you mean you not trying to take me out on a date? You know what I'm saying? So
we stopped talking.
yeah.
Communication we had no communication.
Yeah,
at this
we cut
point.
everything off. We were
Yeah.
just like, okay, we're not on the same page. Let's just, because we don't want to make things complicated. We're not trying to waste each other's time and paint a picture that wasn't ready to be painted. Ooh, is that good? You
That's
like
good.
that?
I like
And we weren't intimate at that moment. So it really wasn't complicated. If y'all know what I'm saying, getting intimate, that can make things complicated if you're not ready to actually,
Feelings it just gets real
yeah.
messy and dangerous. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
And we weren't intimate throughout that whole time. And I think that helped us too. Like, you know what?
yeah, it paid off in the long run though.
It really did, because we're sitting here now. Oh yeah, let's go ahead. I guess we can get to the now. I think the next step, the next phase of
what happened was basically we didn't talk because you can't just jump from there to there. So we stopped communicating.
And we did go to. Wait, did we go to the fair?
Oh yeah, okay. So the fair was the last date that we went on before we stopped
Last
talking.
year, not this year, y'all.
Yeah.
Last
We
year.
went to the fair last year and we had fun at the fair. We actually had a real dope time.
Yeah, we did.
And it's crazy because at that time in my mind, I'm like, you know, we all cupcakey. I feel like we're in a relationship, but we not. And I just remember saying, like, you know, I just was thinking to myself, I don't know if I really want to
Go through this
pattern
pattern again, this roller coaster.
It's just gonna build resentment. So we parted ways, and it wasn't even on some like, I don't want to talk to you. It was literally, we went to the fair, we had a good time, I dropped her off, I went home, and we just didn't talk anymore. It's weird. We just didn't talk anymore. We didn't have an argument or nothing. Like, we went to the fair, had a good time, was all cupcakey, you know what I'm saying, hugged up. We came home, I dropped her off, left, and we just didn't talk anymore. It was like, let's say if your communication is already minimal with somebody, and
that's true.
You go from like talking once a week to 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by, and it just got mad comfortable. So
yeah, we kind of felt like it was the normal thing to do between us. Like, we go out, we have a great time, it's all fun, all smile, all smiling, all laughs, and then we kind of just
don't hit each other up for like a couple weeks or so.
Yeah, because it's like, for me, I still wanted to spend time with you, but I just knew I couldn't do too much because I knew what you were wanting, and I knew I couldn't give it to you at that moment. So I was just like, but I'm still gonna hang out with you.
Right.
Because I still wanted to hang out with you because it's fun.
Let me throw this in there too. Like, this just to show her how much I liked her. Now, I work a lot on a regular basis, and I was working 7 days a week. So we would go out, we would hang out from like 7 to like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I got to turn around and go back to work at 5 a.m. So just stuff like this, the reason, like the fact that we wasn't in a relationship, and I was like getting a lack of rest, which wasn't her fault. I'm a grown man, of course, but I did it because I wanted to. But all of this is a combination of like, okay, well, this is why I got to cut ties with her at this point, because it's like,
because he was making those sacrifices.
Right.
And when you make sacrifices like that, like giving up your rest for someone, and then they're not really fully giving you 100%, because I had a wall up with him, because I didn't want to be in a relationship, so I was kind of like holding back. So you did the right thing, actually. That's why I wasn't even upset. I don't know. I feel like some girls out here would be upset, but
no, it was good.
no, I respected. Yeah, I respected that.
Many months later.
And we didn't talk after the fair, after me dropping her off and going about my business. We didn't talk for about a good 8 to 10 months. No communication.
None.
And then we reconnected. And
Are we to this year now?
We this year.
Okay, this year, y'all, 2018.
2018. So we just communicated via Messenger for, once again, she was in my DMs. We communicated via Messenger for a long time. I'm gonna say like a month to 2 months. That's it. No talking on the phone, no texting. Just via. We both have each other's
like
numbers.
I would just see like his Facebook statuses and stuff, so I would like his stuff.
And I felt like we were just kind of filling each other out because we hadn't talked.
We were reconnecting again.
But just slowly. And eventually, I asked her out on a date again because for me, I'm like, okay, we done
Third
small
time.
talk.
This is the third time?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Okay, so third time's
Third time's the charm.
Yep.
So, I took her out because, I just got tired of communicating via Messenger. You know what I'm saying?
Hang out.
So, let's hang out.
Especially since we never had it was always so much fun, so.
And it was like, throughout the 10 months, it was no negative. Like, it wasn't bad blood or anything like that. So, that's what made it easier to reconnect. Because some people you have arguments with. Yeah, resentment. And you just like, oh, I don't want to speak to this person again. With us, it was never like that.
And then we went on a date.
Then we went on a date.
And we took that moment to actually catch up. Yeah, we did go to movies too, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Went to the movies.
We really
went out to breakfast.
We did so much talking, yeah.
Yeah.
We literally put everything out on the table. I'm telling you, we were just like, so what's up with you? How you been? Oh, you dealt with this and this and this. Okay, well, I dealt with this, and this. Like, we were literally just dropping just everything on the table. And we even took that moment around that time to just communicate with each other about why we weren't getting close before, because we knew a little bit about why we weren't moving forward, but he didn't know exactly what I was going through on my end, like in detail. So I took that chance to just let him know what he needed to know.
Right,
and that's
right.
another thing, like, we communicated, but we didn't communicate in detail.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it was like you just kind of, I would say we just kind of assumed stuff and just left it at that. Like, well,
Yeah.
they should have an idea, you know what I'm saying, instead of just, you know, thoroughly communicating or whatever.
Yeah, so it made sure just to be like, oh, well, this is how I felt back then, and this is how I felt back then. I felt this way because you did this. I felt this way because you did that.
Yep.
So we kind of, it just
Put
opened
puzzle
up
pieces together.
puzzle pieces together.
We hashed out, and I would say
we did hash out a little bit of beef, mini beef between each other.
We were semi passive aggressive towards each other with certain things, and we never expressed it. And so it's like we talked about everything that rubbed us the wrong way, everything we didn't like about each other, everything that, you know, that went wrong in the past, and, you know, why we felt like it, you know what I'm saying, why we got to that point or whatever.
And it wasn't even no arguing or nothing. Like, it was just so, it was
like therapy a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, we just,
like that.
I don't know. It felt good though.
Yeah.
And I felt open, much more open.
We was definitely more open than ever before. She was more open with me, and the fact that she was more open with me, in return, I was more open with her. So like, we found out stuff about each other that we never known.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And I think that brought us closer too.
Yeah,
you know
it
what
did.
I'm saying? Just,
and then we were on the phone for like 7 hours.
we was on the phone.
We
We
talked
still
a
on the
lot.
phone a long time. We was on
Yeah,
the
we
phone
do.
for 7 hours. We was also on the phone for like, it was similar situations with work. Like, we'd be on the phone, and I have like 2 hours to sleep, 2 hours to before I had to go to work the next day. I'm like, okay, I gotta get off the phone. Like, the conversation is addictive, it's good, but you know, I gotta get off the phone because I gotta go to work, and I wouldn't be tired. Sometimes I would be, but for the most part, just the fact that I was talking to her and I was in a good mood, like, it's like, I don't know, the love kept me awake. Like, just the fact that, you know, I had a good feeling. So, yeah, I wouldn't trip. I wouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely wouldn't do that with anybody. Like, I love my sleep. So, the fact
I'm
that...
special.
Yeah, she said it. So, yes, I don't know. It was a different vibe. It was a different feel. We were definitely more closer. More open with each other.
And then we were older.
We were older.
Because I know, think about the freshman Trinity, much older, more grown, more wiser.
Older, wiser.
Yeah.
Even me, like, back then, I wasn't like, it was things I could have did differently. You know, I didn't communicate a lot. You know, I didn't express how I felt. So, you know.
Like, we because we did tell them, oh yeah, we communicated. But I want y'all to know, like, it's like 2 different forms of communicating. Like, communicating your emotions, that's what it is.
Right.
Communicating your emotions versus just generally communicating. It's 2 different things. You gotta tell the person how you feel about what's going on. And that's what we didn't do, especially him.
Yeah, I didn't.
Because I had no clue. Like, I was like, what? I didn't know you felt that way. And even if I did, it's kind of like, well, you didn't say it.
I had a very cool demeanor, as if, like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, you did.
So,
you did.
I mean,
and you can't
she
be doing that.
She only went off of what I
Put out
had in
there.
front of her. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, you know, this is how it is. It is what it is. I don't care. And so we both grew. We both got wiser.
Yep. And then I don't know.
I think
now
we pretty much, after pretty much telling each other, cause we both like went through more stuff with other people within that 8 to 10 months. So it's like the fact that we had similar stories.
Like, wow.
Just basically, once again, being with people that didn't deserve us. And I don't know. It just felt right, and everything. The timing felt right. The vibe felt right.
Yeah.
And I think obviously for the first time, we were like, you know, the wall was down.
On the same page.
Yeah, we was
Oh
on the
my
same
God!
page.
Like, we're on the exact same page. Like the same reading the same book on the same chapter on the same page, reading the same line. No, the same paragraph, the same line on the same word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very, very specific. That's how much we was on the same page.
Yeah, because we talk that much. Like,
Yep.
we talk a lot. And then boom, here we are. Ooh, we actually got through that story. Wow. Comment below.
Comment below any questions you have for me.
Oh Lord, you trying to do a question and answer type of thing?
Yeah. Any, like, if it's anything that you I don't know, for throughout this video that you like.
How about video ideas? I don't know.
Comment video ideas. Okay.
Y'all don't need to be asking no questions.
Okay, yeah, scrap that then.
I don't think they'll have that many questions. We answered a lot of questions already. I feel like it. Leave whatever videos you guys want to see us do, or leave questions. I don't know. Leave a comment. Whatever you do before you click off this video, make sure to leave a comment and definitely click that like button.
Click the like button.
And subscribe to the vlog channel. And that's it. You got anything else to say before I do my Be Bold, Brave, and Beautiful?
No, that's it.
That's it. So make sure to be bold, brave, and beautiful. And I will catch y'all in the next video. You're not going to...
Oh,
Bye.
I thought you wanted me to do that.
No.
One.
What? Oh, Lord.